Okay, whoa, had a bit of some technical issues there, so I'm 1 minute late. Sorry, everyone. I am almost ready. I couldn't stream. It had forgotten my stream key for some reason. So, sorry about that. Hello, Jesse. So we're going to be starting the quiz a little bit late, maybe 5 to 10, maximum 10 minutes late, okay? So I was a little bit late testing everything today. I tested everything, and then when I clicked live, it just told me it didn't work. OBS was just not working. But I was late doing everything because I really should have gone live like 10-15 minutes ago. I shouldn't have just come online as soon as the quiz, you know, I should build it up a little bit. I mean, a perfect one. Actually, last month I wanted to like come on an hour early and start playing a game. I just wanted to play a game just to warm myself up. So before I begin, I'm just going to double check that this is actually working. I'm going to get my old laptop and just check that this is actually streaming. Let's see what it looks like from a different screen. It's probably not good as well for people to log in, tune into the channel at like 1 minute to 7 and see that I wasn't live. Oh well. So I don't know who is out there. But you know, even if one person is watching, I may as well go through the quiz anyway. Oh, hey, dude. Hello. And Justy Toast is here as well. Hi, Poker Fan. How is everyone? How is everyone today? Is that my phone going off? I better check that. How you all doing? It's been really cold. I heard my phone go off, but I can't find it. Got some jam and cream here, which I really want to eat, but I shouldn't eat while streaming because it'll be really crunchy and loud in the mic. Yeah, I heard there's gonna be snow. That's not good. I actually went to the park today, and I've just been obsessed with feeding wild animals recently, mostly like birds and squirrels, and it was really cold, and I want to go back there briefly tomorrow. But if I do that, oh hey Maddie, if I do that, it'll be so cold. It's mostly my hands. They start to just freeze up. I'm just gonna check. Oh, Jax, friend of mine, Jax, she played the quiz last month. She's not gonna be able to do it this time. She won't be able to play tonight. She's working. I'm actually gonna turn off my phone for now, just to make sure it's not getting in my way. I'll just quickly check the channel to make sure this is actually working. I mean, it is working. You guys and girls can see me. I'm glad to see you, Poker Fan. I know you haven't played in the quiz for a while, though you were one of the most regulars in the offline version. So yeah, we're starting a little bit late today. I'm probably going to start at 10 past because I only just went live at 1 minute past 7, which was really bad of me. I had some small technical issues. Always best to start testing like 2 hours before streaming because just random things go wrong. Might get some looping feedback in a sec. Oh no! Oh, I've turned it down. It looks alright. I look extremely pale. That's because I am pale. Oh well, I'll just leave that like he is. Yeah, so also, right, I'll switch this off. By the way, hopefully there's not going to be any issues because I actually downgraded my internet connection, my ISP. I downgraded it to a cheaper service. I was paying, oh, hello Atlas. GTA 6, oh yeah, for him, yeah. Yeah, I downgraded to a cheaper service because, to be honest, like I haven't really been using it much, and I was paying for a really expensive connection which had a particularly good upload speed. But then I realized, oh, I'm not really using it much, like for games or anything. So I downgraded it, and I can't afford anything, so I've downgraded a lot of things. So the connection isn't as good. However, I didn't lower my like bit rate on OBS, so hopefully the stream works. Let me know if there's any technical issues or if it looks terrible. But yeah, it might not. I mean, it should be fine. I'm only streaming at 720p at 30 frames, so it should be fine. Though if I was playing a game, I'd put it to 60 frames. Then there might be issues with streaming this cheaper connection, but you know, it should be all right. Actually, I have no idea if it'll be all right. So yeah, let's get on with the quiz. Cool. Hello, Yasmin. Hello. How are you doing? Oh dear. Right. So, for any newcomers to the quiz, oh, let me get this beginning. If you are new to the quiz, oh, good. Glad to hear you're all right. Aspect ratio is fine. Hopefully, it's fine. If anyone here hasn't played the quiz before, this quiz is going to go on for about an hour, hour and a half. For some reason, when I do it online, it seems to go on for longer. But I'll try to get through it a bit quicker this time, maybe. Everyone said it was fine last month anyway. It's too wide. For your 4x3 monitor. Well, you should just have it in a letterbox then, shouldn't you? It should be just small in your 4x3. But yeah, normally when I do this quiz offline, it used to be at Dice Cup. Hopefully, you know, when the pandemic ends or whatever, Dice Cup will reopen and we'll be doing the quiz back in real physical form in the brick and mortar place. When I did it there, halfway through the quiz, there'd be a break. We're probably not going to do a break today. Also, since I've been doing it online, the quiz, I've ended up doing like 5 to 10 less questions. The quiz is slightly shorter than when I was doing it offline, so probably no point doing having a break or anything like that. For any new players, this quiz is free, obviously, and there's no prizes, and it's just for fun. Just grab a piece of paper, open Notepad on your PC, use your phone, whatever, just write down the answers. I forgot to do this, but I was going to make a slide to show you lot what rounds there's going to be and how long each round is. So if you felt like you needed to write down bits of paper where you're going to have what each round is going to be and how long it's going to be, but I forgot to do that. You're just going to have to go with the flow. Yeah, I know, right? I know, no prizes. I mean, that's what life's about, right? It's just about winning. I mean, to be honest, I'm joking, but I'm not joking. When I play games, all that matters to me is winning. Toast bar. Oh man, toast bar. Imagine what it looks like now. That building, I can see the ground floor. I wonder if the floor that toast bar was on is ripped into pieces now. It probably doesn't look anything the same anymore. Doesn't look, probably doesn't look like it used to at all. So yeah, you just write down your answers. We're going to go through all the questions, and then I'm going to go through all the answers at the end. So I'm not going to do a question and then give you the answer. So you have the whole quiz, well, the first half of the quiz, to figure out the answers. So you might be able to, you'll be able to dwell over the early questions for longer than the later questions. Yeah, you can, but you have to start from the beginning again. When you put a credit in, it starts from level 1. which is the day you were born, I'm afraid. So you're going to have to live through life again, and it'll be the exact same. And it's like your brain now will be in your old body, but you'll be looking out and you can't control anything. So it'll be like a nightmare for like 20 or so years. You just have to wait for it to get up to this new point again. Sorry, man. It's just how it is. What? Chest hair? Okay, let's start the quiz. I'm running really late. Right, so round 1 is the wipeout round, everyone. Yes, it is the return of the wipeout round. I didn't do it last month. I can't remember if I did it. I haven't done it for a few months at least. Okay, so this is going to be 5 questions. And the wipeout round, for any newcomers here, I don't know. I do recognize everyone in chat, I think. But if you haven't played this before, it's basically like, you know, the wipeout round. It's not based on the game. It's not based on the Psygnosis racing sci-fi racing game called Wipeout. I should do that though. I should do a wipeout round 1 month, which is all about Wipeout. But yeah, anyway, it's the pub quiz style thing where if you get any questions wrong in this round, you will get 0 points. Okay, so but if you get all 5 questions correct, you'll get 5 bonus points. So you'll get 10 points altogether. Of course, you're just going to be marking yourselves at the end of this quiz. You know, so... But you can leave blank spaces. That's the important thing, okay? You don't have to answer each question. If you leave a blank space, you don't get penalized for that. So you can get 1, 2, 3, or 4 points in this round. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, or 10. That's how it works. It's just if you write the question and then when I say the answer later, you were wrong. Okay, so let's get on with it. Question number 1. This is going to be a little bit of a different one. Name the game shown on the jigsaw puzzle piece hidden on each slide. One part of the cover will be revealed on each one. All the snow? What do you mean? Oh, the snow on the screen. I haven't got preview up, so... Sorry, hang on a sec. Sorry, I just had to sort something out. The snow on the screen is not real, idiot! I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I love you, really. I was worrying actually. After last month, I realized, wait a minute, that kind of thing should be in 60 frames, but I'm doing it in 30 frames. I shouldn't mention that. Maybe you'll notice it now. Anyway, question number 2. What year does The Matrix, Napster, and the Dreamcast have in common? So actually, I just want to explain question number 1. I say hidden. The jigsaw puzzles, really, they're just going to be in the corners, okay? So I only changed that question to saying that they were hidden because I realized when I was writing questions later, the jigsaw puzzle pieces were getting in the way of the questions. So sometimes they move around. But in every slide that has a question, there's going to be a new jigsaw puzzle piece. So you've got to figure out what cover it is. I forgot to say, I have taken out the title from the cover of the game. So it's just the picture of the cover. And, you know, hopefully it'll gradually get easier the more puzzle pieces you see. Now, okay, everyone, listen. I give you complete permission. This is allowed in the quiz. You are allowed to take a screenshot, you know, press print screen on your keyboard for each puzzle piece, each slide, and then print it out and then cut it out from the piece of paper and then make the jigsaw puzzle. That's completely allowed, very easy. I'm sure you'll be able to do that. It's really super straightforward, okay? And then you'll be able to get it, and then you can get 10 points. That easy. Okay, question number 3. V is the protagonist of which title that was pulled from online digital stores midway through December last year? Refunds were also available at times. So, sorry, I'm realizing now seeing this question, I said some weird things in this question. I said the refunds thing just because I've lost track. I don't know what it's like now. You know, like, I'm not sure if that's, you could just refund it anywhere. It didn't matter where you buy it, or if that's just from certain stores, digital, online, or on the shelf stores, you know. And I don't know if that applies to absolutely every version of this game. The important part is V is the protagonist, okay? So what's the answer to that? And you know, I don't know if that's still the case now in January. I don't know if it's still been pulled or if it's been put back or not, because I wrote this question like 2 weeks ago. Okay, question number 4. So as you can see, the jigsaw puzzle pieces are changing each slide, so keep up with those. Question number 4, released in one package, Vicarious Visions created remakes of which 2 Tony Hawk's Pro Skater titles in 2020? Yeah, so... Oh man, I've got a bit of a headache. So it's 2 games, so you will need to get both of them correct to get 1 point. So, you know, if it's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 6 and 7, you have to put both of those and get them correct to get 1 point. Okay, so the final question for this round, question number 5. Hardline, Vietnam, Bad Company, and 2142 are subheadings to which video game series? So I just need the series name. There's a lot of other games in this series. In fact, I think it was a bit crazy when I looked it up. There's loads of... I think they were expansion packs or something for a lot of these games, and each one of those also has its own subtitle or subheading, or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, for the jigsaw puzzle, question 1 in round 1, it might gradually give you little clues. I forgot to say that I've actually made a few... The jigsaw wouldn't actually be complete if you put it together, because I took a few from the back cover as well to give you a few extra clues to what game it was. What is? Right. So, if you get, before I move on, like I said, if you get all 5 correct in this round, you will get 10 points. But if you get any wrong, you'll get 0. You'll be forced to give yourself 0 points just for that round, though. It's not for the whole quiz, just for that round. Okay, here comes another puzzle clue for the next question, which will be, well, beginning with the first question of the next round, which is Answer Smash. So Answer Smash is round 2, and I'm totally ripping off a round from House of Games, which is a TV show. The final round for every... the final round for every episode of that show is Answer Smash. Sorry, just give me a sec. I'm having some OCD here with a drawer that is open, and I have to close it. I just have to close it. I've got to close it! It's just really bugging me. The drawer is right there. It's just open. Okay, so yeah, Answer Smash. I know at least one person, if he's still here, who has not done this round yet, and this is a new round. So I'll explain how it works. Best way to explain this game is really just to give you examples, okay? So there's no overall theme for this round. So I'm going to give you 2 examples from last month. So what I'm going to do, it's almost exactly the same as the version on TV, but I'm going to show you 2 pictures, or at least 2 pictures, one on the left, one on the right, and I'm going to give you a clue, the text, you know, written out clue for one of those. Usually it's the non-game one. The one is always going to be a game, and the other one's not going to be a game. Usually it's a movie or a TV series, okay? So here's a UK TV show about the Crawley family. So on the left-hand side, we have Samurai Showdown. On the right, we have this TV show. So to get 1 point in this round, you have to have come up with the mashed up answer to both of them. So for this one, it's Samurai Showdown Abbey. Samurai Showdown Abbey. Yeah. So, did you get it? Okay. Oh, it's hilarious. Okay, so another example. We've got two things here. We've got a game on the left and a movie on the right. A little clue. So this one would have made Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machinist. Okay. I had to show this one because this was my favorite one from last month. And this round, I think I started this round last month. That was the first time I did it. Okay, so on to question number 1 for round 2. So we have a movie here on the left and a video game on the right. So for the one on the left, it's a 2013 Martin Scorsese film focusing on money. So to get the point, you need to smash both of the answers to these together and get it correct. Yes. So I'll leave these for a little bit because for this round there's only one question per slide, and also you know, don't forget the puzzle pieces. Something's under my bum, sorry. Right, okay. So, on to question number 2. We have a British hidden camera practical joke TV show from the year 2000. Then we have a game on the left. Apologies, I know I say this at least once every single month, but for anyone new, I say it because I worry that anyone new hasn't watched this for a while or has never watched it before. I know some of the pictures look really bad quality on the slides. They aren't, actually, they're quite high res images, but for some reason when I go full screen, they look like garbage. So I know the game on the left is kind of hard to see what it is. Sorry about that. But yeah, also, by the way, you know, you might notice I kind of underline certain words in questions, which to emphasize those words. That might be a little bit of a hint for some things, some questions, including this one. So you mix these two together. I put in brackets there January 14th, just because I noticed that this TV show is almost exactly 21 years old. And it's crazy because I remember this TV show. It's very, very British and very it was very popular at the time. Okay, right, on to question number 3. A 1989 British sitcom, a 2017 film starring Harold Lloyd, a 2019 German animated movie, and an episode of Batman the Animated Series. So the 1989 British sitcom is the one pictured, but it's kind of a common phrase that has been used for other things as well as these other things that I've listed. And by the way, this round has kind of replaced the picture round because, I mean, in the quiz, you know, when I normally do the quiz in person in Dice Cup, the picture round is round 1, and it's a crossword with pictures, and you figure out the crossword with the pictures, which I really miss, by the way, but I can't really figure out how to do that online well. I can't just put up a crossword on the screen and just go, oh, hi guys, I'm going to leave this on the screen for 10 minutes, figure it out. It doesn't seem right. So I had to do something else. This will do for now. Okay, on to question number 4. A popular 1956 American sci-fi science fiction film directed by Fred M. Wilcox. And the game on the right, you were supposed to be able to see the HUD or the UI in the game, but it's kind of hard to see. Let's put it this way, okay? So the The bad image quality is a part of the challenge. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm going with. That it's part of the quiz, right? It's they're purposely made to look bad, so you know, it makes more of a challenge for you. So yeah, sometimes I use more than one picture just to kind of help you out. As you can see, the puzzle pieces do move around the screen a little bit, usually in the corners. So yeah, for anyone who remembers last month, I've still been going out and feeding squirrels and pigeons and crows. I've started feeding crows now. I get like, they're a lot more cautious. I want to get them closer. I want to get them to land on my arm, and then I can train them to attack people. That's what I want. So, but you know, I'll have like 50 crows all around me, but they keep their distance. I've got them to get to like 3 or 4 feet away. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. I feed them cat food and peanuts. Their favorite. Okay, question number 5. This is the last question for this round. This was the round where I discovered that animated GIFs work on the slides. I think this is the only one that has an animated GIF, but I should use them more. I should use them more in the future. So, okay, what we have here is a comic book, movie, TV series. It's a hell of a franchise, Boils and Ghouls. I should have said that differently. It's a hell of a franchise, Boils and Ghouls. So I should point out that unlike the other question earlier when I said loads of different things, this is all one thing on the right hand side, right? That's this is like this, I almost said what it was called then. This franchise, or whatever you want to call it, this property has been a comic book, a movie, a TV series. I think that's about it. Is it also your favorite food, Joe? Oh shit. I mean, peanuts are one of my favorite foods, but cat food, not so much. Not so much. Dried cat food. I should have said dried cat food. It's not wet cat. I'm not throwing like canned cat food at the crows. So yeah, oh sorry, I should have said, apologies, I'm breaking the rules a little bit for this question. There's actually not breaking the rules exactly, but the thing on the left, it's not spelt the same as the thing on the right, okay? So, but it doesn't matter, as long as if the answer is, when you say it out loud, if it sounds the same, that's fine. It's one word in the answer to this question which is spelt differently. But if you spell it either way, I think there's at least 2 ways of spelling it, because it means 2 different things. Either one, if you put that down, you get the point anyway, okay? And I thought this round is kind of harder this month than it was last month. Nayan. Okay, so by the way, that film and that TV series is great. I really need to rewatch it. Well, you're only marking yourself anyway. Oh shit, you know what? This is completely irrelevant now, because obviously I don't think anyone's going to do this. I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the quiz. Don't write the, you know, I'm just inviting fate by saying this, but don't write the answers in chat. But I guess I do want to say that still, because if anyone is new or anyone comes in and they're just a horrible human being, they might write the answers in the chat. However, if you're right about that, you know, just don't use, unfortunately, you're just going to have to close chat and just play the quiz without looking, if you don't want to risk anything. Question number 3. What what even is that? Hapax Legomenion. Okay, right. Okay, let's get on to the next round. Round 3 is gaming knowledge. Okay, so this is just the classic round. No pictures, no gimmicks. It's just 8. It's going to be 8 questions, and it's just straight up questions. Okay, So, there's no overall theme for this round. Question number 1. Animal mascots wore out their welcome in the 90s with such titles as Bubsy. Using the 1977 movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind as a pun, finish the title. Bubsy in. So I want you to finish the title of Bubsy. Bubsy, people just call it Bubsy, but it's actually got a whole full name. It's called Bubsy in something, and that is a pun on the title of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That's how you get the points. Figure it out. So it sounds similar to Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So yeah, this I don't know. I honestly don't know if this question is hard or not. I mean, it's kind of a bad pun. And you might get part of it right and part of it wrong. So you might be kicking yourself later. Question number 2. Miss X dons a sailor dress and a ninja mask, poorly hiding who he really is. A fact that all other characters point out immediately. Appearing in SNK Gals Fighters and SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy, who really is Miss X? Don't worry about it. This is the hardest question in this round. I'm not sure. I know someone who, an old friend of mine who he played in the quiz last month, but he didn't. I don't think he was in chat. He's old enough to know what the answer of this is. He's old like me. He'll know the answer to this. I don't know if he's here today though, because I don't think he types in chat. In fact, at least 2 people, old friends of mine. I don't know if they're watching though. So yeah, it's a guy, it's a character. Obviously, it's going to be an SNK character who pretends to be Miss X in at least 2 games. Actually, I'm sure he probably appeared as a card in one of the digital card games that SNK released a while back. Anyway, question number 3. Loosely based upon the first part of the 14th century epic poem Divine Comedy, name this poorly received 2010 title created by Visceral Games. Didn't I have a question earlier that was about, I had a developer, it mentioned a developer called something similar to that, but it wasn't Visceral Games. I think it was like Vicarious Games or something. The ones who made the Tony Hawk's remake. But no, it's not the same people. So yeah, it's a poorly received 2010 game. You'll know it. You'll know it when you've heard it. Even if you haven't heard of the game, you'll know what the title is because it's quite a. It's the best known like title from Divine Comedy. I'll give you another clue. It was. I'm 99% sure it's a 360 game. I don't know if it was on PS3, it probably was, but it was at the very least on the 360, and it was a 3D game, and it was a little bit like Devil May Cry. I'll say that. That's all I'll say, because I'm worried. I think this question might be kind of hard. But yeah, it was a game that, I don't know if it played like it, but it looked a bit like Devil May Cry. Okay, question number 4. 8th of October, 1999, an episode of Spaced titled Art was aired. Which game sequel is prominently shown, which probably inspired Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg to make Shaun of the Dead? So this is about an episode of Spaced. It had a game that was in the episode quite a lot. Don't know if they were promoted by it or something, come to think of it. I do want to point out, I emphasize the word sequel here, simply because I don't like quizzes where, when I played in quizzes, when you write the answer and then it turns out that you wrote the first game but it was actually the second game, and then you don't get the point because you're just so close but no cigar. So just write a number 2 at the end of your answer for this question, okay? It has a 2, number 2 at the end. Question number 5. The GameCube version of Fight Night Round 2 features an extra character from a Nintendo boxing game. Name this character. I will give you a clue for this one. I mean, it's not much of a clue, but I will say it's the main character. It's the main character from the Nintendo boxing game. Okay, question number 6. The Japanese version of Ridge Racer Type 4 on the original PlayStation came with a second disc containing an enhanced version of which Namco game? And yes, I didn't say R4. No one does. I wrote it just because that's technically what it's called, but no one calls Ridge Racer Type 4. I don't know why it's called that. I don't know why it's called R4 Ridge Racer Type 4. Stupid. Stupid. I'm going to completely randomly say something now. You know the snow effect on the screen? Well, 2 things. Firstly, yes, I still have it. It's not Christmas anymore, but it is winter and it's probably going to snow tonight, so I still got it. But the other thing I wanted to say about it, there's a setting for that animation where it actually gradually builds up snow at the bottom of the screen. But it only builds it up a tiny bit, like an inch or less, and then it stops. I thought it'd be quite funny if it actually built up more and more and it just gradually just obscured the screen. Oh my god. Atlas told you about that. I'm telling you, winter is 9 months long in Britain. Question number 7. What does Heavy Rain, Blade Runner, and a Paper Mario game have in common? People, but I feel like I've been eating too much sugary. I've been having sugary treats and I've been getting fat, but my sweet tooth comes back very easily. Just kind of like I got a headache. I feel like I need sugar. So I'm gonna have one of these cakes. I'm gonna crunch into the microphone. No, I better not crunch in the microphone. I'll back off. Okay, question number 8. Oh wow, this is the last question for the round. Arika developed fighting games such as the Street Fighter EX series, Fighting Layer, and Fighting EX Layer. But which Mario game from 2020 did they make? And yeah, I'm using a teacup to catch the crumbs. That's good. Want to become famous? Oh my god. Buy followers? Wow. That's awesome. If you're not in chat, you haven't seen this wonderful user who sent me a message about becoming famous. Awesome. Okay, on to round 4, the music round. Yeah, I want to become famous. We've got 2 more rounds left. Music round is going to be 5 questions long. It's going to be 1 theme, and then we're going to go on to the final round, which will be 8 questions. We can all become famous. Yeah, don't click. No one click on that. Please don't click on that. You'll just instantly blow up. So before we do the music round, I better mute the background music. Okay, the music round. So this is going to be themed. This is the theme for the music round this month. It's 2D platformers. Oh dear. Oh, sorry, my throat is really dry now. Okay, so I'm just saying it's part 2 because yes, I have covered 2D platformers before in the music round, but it was probably like almost 3 years ago. And I've covered everything. I've covered all the main themes for every topic in the music round now. I've covered all the main consoles, all the genres. I mean, not all of them, but if I did a round on the Atari Lynx music, no one's going to know the answers to any of those. So I'm going to do 2D platformers again, but it's going to be games that I've never, all 5 of these games, I've never played the music from these games before in the quiz. Okay, so let's start with number 1. I mean, who knows? Who knows, right? What the hell was that? It's actually kind of surprising that I was kind of surprised to see that I have not played the music from that game before in this quiz. So I forgot to say for anyone new here, I'm going to give a clue for each game as well after I play the music. So here's the clue. Choose between 4 playable characters. Choose between 4 playable characters. I kind of did this clue as well. It's similar to a question earlier where I don't want people to accidentally write the wrong sequel or something. Question number 2. Number 2. So the clue is released in 2018. This was directed and written by Maddie Thorson. What game was that? Probably the most recent one in this list, I think. Okay, on to number 3. Great soundtrack. Well, okay, so I have to admit, yeah, okay, I have covered this game a lot in the quiz recently, in recent months, but I have never ever played the music to this game. I've done this quiz for about 4 years, and I've never done the music from this game, so it's fine. I haven't been I haven't been streaming any games, so I haven't been streaming this game. I mean, I've been at my mum's most of the time over the past few months, so I can't stream from my mum's, so I haven't been playing this game offline or streaming or off streaming on my own. I should get back to it though, because I mean, I remember you saw me playing this game and I got to a really frustrating level, but I kind of liked how ridiculous it got, like how hard that level was. It was so ridiculous. I want to start playing it again. So the clue is he was groovy back in 1994 and he still is now, in my opinion. So yeah, who is that? What was I going to say? Also, I know, yeah, admittedly that clip was a bit longer than the other ones because I had to. The soundtrack is really good to that game. It's quite short, but it is good. Okay, number 4. Maybe the hardest one in this round. The clue is this 2007 title requires the player to create a hero with the stylus. This game, I used to get this game mixed up all the time in my head, like in my memory of the game, with Scribblenauts. I always used to think it was the same game for some reason, but no, it's not Scribblenauts. Okay, on to the 5th and final question for this round. Let's listen to some music. Okay, the clue is there's a reason why this cartridge has a flippy lid on its top. So I want to know what the title of that game is. By the way, I just remembered I didn't look at the description or title for this video, for this stream at all. I haven't changed it. And last time I streamed was the last quiz last month. So I think it still just says the quiz. But I should have changed it. I don't know if it says December 2020. It's too late now. We're almost at the final round, so no point doing it now. Okay, so let's go on to round 5. This is the final round. This is going to be 8 questions long. This round is mostly, if not all, mostly multiple choice questions. So you get the choice out of 4. Let's go. There's no overall theme for this round. It's the correct title. Okay, so that's cool. So it's probably just a generic title saying video games quiz or something. Okay, question number 1. The Game Awards is an annual awards ceremony honoring achievements in the video game industry. Which title won the Game of the Year out of these 4 nominees? Oh, sorry. I'm getting very burpy and I don't know why now. Okay, so there's going to be 4 nominees. So these were actually in the awards, but only one of the 4 won the award for the Game of the Year. So was it Doom Eternal, The Last of Us Part 2, Animal Crossing New Horizons, or Final Fantasy VII Remake? And apologies again for why, I don't know why these images look so bad, especially Final Fantasy. But yeah, one of these. Which one won the Game of the Year awards? I didn't actually watch the Game Awards. Kind of lame, aren't they? They're kind of, I don't know. They look a bit rubbish. All I mean by that is entertainment-wise. This doesn't look very entertaining, but I might be wrong. Maybe I should watch a recording of it or something. So yeah, which one is it? You get 1 point per question, of course, for this round, just like everywhere else, every other round. On to question number 2. Another issue from my vast collection of dead wood. Which year do you think this issue of Edge was released in? So I know that at least one of you weren't here last month. I actually had a whole round, a 5-question round, where I showed covers from photos of covers from my magazine collection. I have loads of old magazines, and they weren't questions of what year they were released in. They were questions of what game is on the front cover. That was pretty fun, but I've changed it up a little bit this month. I've zoomed in a few parts of the front cover here just to give you some clues, maybe. So I just want to know the year. But, oh, by the way, shock horror. Oh my God, bonus point. Something I've never done before. Actually, it's bonus point, okay? So you can get 1 bonus point for this question. What it is, did I actually write it down? No, I didn't write it on the screen. I'll just say it. The month. Put down the year, and then put down the month you think this was also released in, and you'll get a bonus point for that. However, I think this is how bonus points work. You have to get the year correct as well. If you get the year wrong but the month right, you still get 0 points. I mean, I think that's usually how bonus points work, right? You have to get the initial question correct first. But yeah, just for fun, put the month as well. You can get a 2nd point. So what game, not what game, but the game should give you roughly a clue what year it was. On the front cover. It's a very golden front cover. Okay, question number 3. Dragon Quest is a long-running and influential series from Japan. 3 of these subheadings are real. Which one did I make up? There's going to be 4, and 1 of them I made up. Now, I usually quite like doing this, but to be honest, before I reveal them, I don't think I did. I don't think I did a very good job this month making up a convincing title. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So which one is fake? Is it The Seeds of Salvation, Sentinels of the Starry Skies, The Journey of Soul, or Echoes of an Elusive Age? So one of those is not a real game. For 3 of them are real Dragon Quest games. Dragon Quest. Give you a few seconds to think it over. Actually, before I go on to the next question, look at this dragon. It's great. I like fat-looking dragons. Okay, on to question number 4. The Nomad is a great portable Mega Drive which eats batteries like there's no tomorrow. Here's 4 prototypes for Sega consoles. Which one is the Nomad? Is it Saturn, Venus, Neptune, or Pluto? So this was something revealed recently. I think it was last month, maybe November, I can't remember, by Sega. Though I did put in brackets or post code names, so I want to point out something here which is a little bit cheeky for this question, okay? It doesn't really make much sense, but actually these names are officially like prototype names for consoles, right? Did I forget to mention that actually all of these, the four of them, they're all consoles or handhelds from Sega, but only one of them is the Nomad. But the thing is, for some reason they announced that, like they said that some of these were made after the fact. So like, for example, the Nomad is one of them. They actually came up with the prototype name after it was released, which to be honest doesn't really make much sense. It's like a post code name, so it's not really a prototype, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing that Sega did. So, but you know, and then some of them were before. Anyway, I'm just blabbering now. You get what I mean. Question number 5. Which console is still home to these 3 physical media console exclusives? Gregory Horror Show, Siren 2, and Gungrave. So it's a simple question. I just want to know what console these games are on. Sorry. Maybe I spent a bit too long in the park in the cold today. I'm getting sick. So yeah, I wanted to make it very clear that I'm talking about physical media exclusive, really just to cover my own arse, because I've noticed in recent years, and this has come up in the quiz before, where I've said things that are exclusive, and then it's turned out they have been re-released. But you see, we're in an age now where quite a few games are being re-released on new consoles, and they're not actually listed on Wikipedia, for example. You know, I research and I double check and triple check online, but sometimes you might have like, it will say, oh, you know, this game only was exclusive to, I don't know, PlayStation 3 or something, right? And then it actually turns out that it was re-released on the Switch, digital only. It's a lot of the time, if it's a digital only game, sometimes they don't actually list that it was, they don't consider it like a re-release. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's just so many games coming out nowadays, Wikipedia can't keep up. Question number 6. In its main canonical story, it turns out you've been fighting aliens in which one of these games? Is it Echo the Dolphin, Destroy All Humans, Dante's Inferno, or Silent Hill? I'm going to have to say another side note for this question. It's the main canonical story, okay? So I admit, okay, so one of these games, at least one of these games has a secret ending that's not canonical, that involves aliens, but it's not that. It's a game that is actually about fighting aliens. I don't want to get in trouble. So which one of these games? It's not, I don't think it's not obvious straight away, but later on in the game, like halfway through and to the end, you suddenly realize, my God, I'm fighting aliens. What the hell? This is crazy. Okay, on to question number 7. Konami thinks Castlevania sucks, but there's still a place for it in our bloody beating hearts. Which one of these screenshots is Super Castlevania 4? Is it A, B, C, or D? You mean it could be a couple of them? Maybe. There's one that is contentious, but you'll see. One of them is like the main thing is aliens. It's a bit of a dodgy question, to be honest. I'll probably get in trouble for it. Okay, so this question, the screenshot's a little bit hard to see, so I've done individual slides here. So, is it A? I've zoomed in a little bit here so you can see them clearer. Which one's Super Castlevania 4? Is it B, Is it C? Or is it D? And on to the final question for the quiz. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was a disappointment to most fans. This was for several reasons, but one was that a certain group was no longer represented in the roster. Which one of these was it? Was it Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, the Avengers, or X-Men? So this particular group, they were in previous games in this series, but in this one they were taken out and people were not happy, including me. I think this microphone's the stand is gradually sliding down because it's getting lower and lower. Do. What is it? Hope you've been keeping an eye on the puzzle for question one, round one, question one. Bam! That's the end. That's the end of part one for the quiz. I'll give you a minute to think over your answers, and then we'll get to the answers. I'll give you all the answers and, you know, tally up your score. And we'll figure out, well, we can't really figure out who won. You can post in the chat at the end. And then, you know, people could just lie. Oh, well. I'm going to have another biscuit. I just made a mess. So you know how there's pigeons, right? I think one of the official names for the common pigeon is a blue stone pigeon. But you know how you have wood pigeons? They look different. They're like bigger and fatter. And I noticed they act really, really differently from normal pigeons. They don't even go around in flocks like pigeons. And they love peanuts. They don't like eating anything else. I tried to give them except for peanuts. And I finally got one to eat out of my hand today. You see, it's kind of like a hobby of mine. I like write down. Yeah, I love pigeons. Pigeons are the best. They're really clever. There's like several documentaries on YouTube about how clever they are, by the way. And but it would not eat out of my hand. But it's really funny. It would just stand still, really like dead still, and stare at me, expecting me to put more peanuts down on the ground for it. While the other normal pigeons are like really hyper and going around all the time. This Pidgey, this pigeon. I was reading the chat. What I said, I mean, this pigeon, yeah, it finally ate out of my hand. It turns out that their beaks are really flipping strong, and he almost drew blood. But yeah, he ate out of my hand, which is great. So it's kind of like a hobby. It's kind of like, for me, it's like collecting autographs from people, you know, like famous people or something. It's my, I haven't written it down, but it's my mental list of what animals I've fed from my hands. So I managed to feed a robin. I managed to feed a great tit, which was awesome and surprising. And the newest one today is the wood pigeon. What do they smell like? I haven't smelled them smell bad or anything. Oh. No, I'm not all right. Let's get on to the answers. I mean, I've even started naming them. There's a pigeon called Ringo, because he's got a ring around his eye. I mean, I don't know if it's a he or a she. Got a ring around his eye. And he's a bastard. He just attacks the other pigeons as soon as they try to eat his food. And he just attacks me as well. He just bites me. Right. Let's get on to the answers. For round one, the wipeout round. Question number one, the jigsaw puzzle piece. Right, this is it, man. JU. What do you mean JU? Just locked. Yeah. Right. So question number 1. This is the big one. Okay. You send it. I'll have to look at the YouTube link later. What are you sending us? So right. This is the big one for this round. Okay. I guess some people are going to not kill themselves, but they're going to kick themselves if they get this wrong. The answer was Miss Pac-Man. Oh my god. What the fuck? What is he sending? Don't send any links in. Well, I haven't switched off the ability to send links in chat, so I don't know what that's going to be. I'll look at it later. Miss Pac-Man. As you can see, I did take the title out. You get... Oh, I really am sorry. If you put Pac-Man, I'm afraid you did not get the point, and you get 0 points for this round. Hopefully you saw in the bits from the cover that she had eyelashes and a bow. Question number 2. The year that all of these have in common is 1999. They were all released. The Matrix, Napster, and the Dreamcast were released in 1999. I forgot to say earlier, but I did say it on the screen. That is UK dates, based on UK dates. No, regular Pac-Man does not have a bow and eyelashes. So if you put Pac-Man, you don't get the points, man. You should have seen the original front cover I chose. It was a lot harder, and it takes me ages to make those jigsaw puzzle pieces, and I did the whole thing, and then I realized, no, I'm going to have to change this. I might do the harder one next month, but not for the Wipeout round, probably. Question number 3. V is the protagonist from Cyberpunk 2077. Very controversial game right now. Controversial. If you just put Cyberpunk, that's fine. You get the point. Give yourself a point for that. I mean, because it's obvious what I was talking about December last year. So Cyberpunk will do. Question number 4. The 2 Tony Hawk's games that were remade, obviously it's kind of obvious. It's the first 2. It's the first one and the second one. So you get 1 point for that. Oh, I need to take deep breaths. I'm not breathing properly. Whew. These subheadings are from the Battlefield series. By the way, if I make any horrible big mistakes, just say it in chat. I do make mistakes. I try not to, but yeah, that's the end of that. So if you got all 5 correct, you get 10 points. If you get any incorrect, you get 0 points. But if you just left a few blank and then got a few other ones right, that's fine. You can get 1, 2, 3, or 4 points that way. Round 2 answer smash. This is going to be a fun one. All 10 correct. Well, it's 5. It was 5 questions, so you get 5, and then that means you get 10 points because you get 5 extra bonus points on top of that. Answer smash. For some reason, I keep forgetting to breathe tonight. So, what is this combination? It's going to be the Wolf of Wall Street Fighter. Awesome. Question number 2. That's going to be Trigger Happy TV on the right-hand side. So, the answer is Chrono Trigger Happy TV. Great TV show. I don't think I even watched all the episodes, but I did like it. Question number 3. We've got Angry Birds on the left-hand side there. We've got Angry Birds of a Feather. I like that one. Yes, that's right, Joe. Stop trying to confuse me. I mean, that's not right, but yeah. It was only 5 questions, so you can only get 5 right. It's not 5 out of 10. Whatever. Question number 4. So, what's the answer to this one? It's going to be Forbidden Planet Zoo. Not just Planet Zoo, Forbidden Planet Zoo. And finally, question number 5 for this round. That's Tales from the Crypt. So we've got DuckTales from the Crypt. And like I said earlier, I know it's spelled differently. It's Tales, as in the duck's tail. You know what? I just remembered. I'm probably gonna do a bird-themed round next month. I should have kept this for next month's bird-themed round. Don't worry, it'll only be 5 questions long. Yeah, so if you spelt it T-A-L-E-S or T-A-I-L-S, that's fine, whatever. Also, if you put a space between duck and tails, that's fine as well. You get the point. On to round 3. It isn't spelt tails, yeah. It's Tales. Tales from the Crypt is T-A-L-E-S. But you either one you get right. It's just how you say it out loud. Yeah, Tales from Sonic. That's Tails. You know the one on the right? Like, he's really old now. I mean, what? It was like 92 or something. Sonic 2 came out. He's a really old fox now. Rotting flesh. Yeah, don't Google the answers. I should have said that at the beginning of the quiz. Gaming knowledge round 3. The answer to the full title for Bubsy is Bubsy in Claws Encounters of the Third Kind. Oh, that's so funny. I don't know why my you know what? I just realized why my throat is suddenly so dry. It's because I haven't opened my flippin' mouth in like a week. I've hardly spoken to anyone recently. Actually, I spoke to Patrick yesterday and that's it. My mate Patrick, I don't know if he's here. So I'm not really used to using words and speaking, so my throat is just not used to it. So yeah, Claws Encounters of the third kind. Unfortunately, you know, you might have got the third kind bit, but you have to get the claws bit as well. Actually, to be honest, I do speak to my bird friends a lot. I mean, I don't see anyone else. Even before we went into tier 4 and then lockdown. Are we in lockdown now? I mean, it doesn't make any difference to a lot of us. Pretty much the same thing. Question number 2. Miss X. The secret identity of Miss X is, of course, Iyuri Yagami from King of Fighters, originating from King of Fighters 95. If you just wrote one of those names, one of those 2 names, that's fine. You get the point. But yes, it is Iyuri Yagami is Miss X. Question number 3. Divine Comedy Poem. The game is called Dante's Inferno. Something fighting game. No, you don't get a point. Oh no, wait. It's almost as if it was like 2 of you saying the same sentence there. No, not Terry Beauregard. Terry Boringer. No, Dante's Inferno. You may have noticed that I actually put that in a question later on in the quiz. Question number 4. Spaced. What game appears in this episode from Spaced? Great TV show. If you haven't watched it, it's quite short. Not that many episodes. It was Resident Evil 2. Yes, Resident Evil 2. Another series I very often it all comes up in the quiz. It's almost unavoidable. Seems to be so prominent. And also Capcom in general, but that is because I'm biased. I kind of love Capcom. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 was in that episode a lot. It was very cool back then. It was very unusual. Guessed it. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I had to say it was a sequel just to make sure people didn't put Resident Evil 1 and then just be really angry that they didn't get the point. Question number 5. The character that's hidden in Fight Night Round 2 is Little Mac. Yes, Little Mac is also in this game. So that means he's guest starred in at least 2 games now. I remember back when not hardly anyone knew who he was. Well, I guess that was just me. Question number 6. Ridge Racer. This is going to be an annoying one. It was Ridge Racer. Yes, it was a slightly enhanced version of Ridge Racer. The first Ridge Racer that was with Ridge Racer Type 4. Matt. There's a character just called Matt in Wii Sports Boxing. Just Matt. It's such a normal name. You started playing the best Resident Evil. What, Resident Evil 5? No. And no, you're thinking of Resident Evil 5. It is not the best Resident Evil game. The best Resident Evil game is Resident Evil Dead Aim. No, Resident Evil Survivor. I'm trying to be funny. I'm saying bad games. I'm saying bad games in the series. They're bad. Yeah, Resident Evil 5. I knew it. I still haven't played it. I really need to play it. That's the one I stopped at 4. Evil Within. Have you played? I didn't think you'd play Evil. I didn't think that was a kind of game. Evil Within is awesome. Well, actually, so Evil Within 2 is secretly really, really good, but a lot of people dismissed it because Evil Within 1 wasn't very good. No, Resident Evil. The best Resident Evil game isn't Silent Hill. The best video game is Silent Hill. Anyway, question number 7. What does Heavy Rain, Blade Runner, and Paper Mario have in common? Oh, it's origami. It's origami. Because you see, in Heavy Rain, you have the origami murder birds, which the killer would leave around, little origami birds. Gaff from Blade Runner was a character who'd make origami in the film. And Paper Mario, there's a Paper Mario game called The Origami King. House of the Dead. House of the Dead is great. I played the first one the most. It's the only one I managed to complete on 1 credit. I always tell everyone that. I'm apologies. Road Trip Adventure. Hang on a sec. Why is the best game Road Trip Adventure? Why? It's probably I don't think this has autofocus, so you won't be able to see it. You know what? Actually, legit, someone from NVA I worked with, she just went crazy over this game. She was like, "This is the best game ever." It's you know what Road Trip Adventure actually is? I'm pretty sure it's a Choro-Q game. It's a Japanese series that's been going on for ages, like PS1 or even maybe before PS1. It's called Choro-Q, and this is just like a weird one that they just changed the name of. It's not like the first game in the series. This is like the 6th game in the series or something, but they released it in England with a different name. Sorry, I'm taking ages to get through the answers. I'm sorry, guys. Question number 8, Arika, what Mario game did they make last year? It was Super Mario 35. I mean, I haven't even played Super Mario 34. Or even 33. If I tried to make that joke. Anyway, let's move on. Music round. The music round. Question number 1 was, of course, Super Mario Brothers 2. I'm sure I've played the music from Super Mario Bros. 1, but not 2. Yeah, you know what? That's a really good point. Yeah, yeah, probably is at least 35 Mario games. 64. Oh my god, yeah. I tried to make a joke that people were making back in like the 90s. What did Andy do that joke as well back in Broadway? In Broad what? Question number 2 was, of course, Celeste. Celeste, the platforming game. Oh, yeah. How many Mario games there were. Oh my god, yeah. Wasn't there arguments over that? Actually, there probably wasn't because no one could be bothered to actually count them all. Question number 3 was Earthworm Jim. That's the one I've brought up a lot in the quiz recently. It was kind of because I was playing it for a bit, even though I didn't complete it. I did get kind of near to the end. But Earthworm Jim's got a cool soundtrack. Question, I've seen the composer live. He's the guy who went on to make video games live. Question number 4 is Drawn to Life. This is the game I get mixed up with Scribblenauts a lot. Drawn to Life, it's a Nintendo DS game. Question number 5, the final question for this round, was Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles. So if you put Sonic 3, I'm afraid you don't get the point, because at least one of those clips from that music I played wasn't in Sonic 3, it was in Sonic and Knuckles. And Sonic and Knuckles are the one with the flippy lid, hence the clue. If you put Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I guess that's fine, because you get a combination of both when you plug it in. And on to the final round, let's get through the answers. So I've been taking so long, I've been reading chat a lot, just trying to keep up. Question number 1, the Game Awards. Which one won the Game of the Year at the Game Awards? It was The Last of Us Part 2. Yep, Last of Us Part 2. Question number 2. And this round, this question has a bonus point as well. What year was this issue of Edge magazine released in? It was 2008. And if you got that correct, you can get a bonus point for getting the month correctly as well. But you know, you don't lose any points if you got this wrong, so don't worry. Bam! It was March. It was March 2008. I don't think I have any new issues of Edge from like the past 8 years or something, but I have old ones. Okay, on to question number 3, Dragon Quest. Which one of these did I make up? It was The Journey of Soul. Was it the dinosaur, the shocked dinosaur face? Yeah, The Journey of Soul. You actually got the Edge issue. Did you get the month correct as well, Atlas? You got the you got the year right, at least. That's good. So yeah, Journey of Soul. I probably had Soul on the mind because of that TV show that I love, even though I've forgotten what it's called now. Wolves? What's it called? The sci-fi. Walking with Wolves? No. Raised by Wolves. Raised by Wolves, by the way. I mean, I finished watching it months ago. Watch that season 1. It's awesome. It's a really cool sci-fi. It's a bit like Lost, except done right. It's got Lost elements to it. Question number 4. The Nomad is known as Pluto. Not really Pluto. It's actually Venus. Hole in the walls. No, raised by wolves. Hole in the walls. What does that mean? What does it even mean? Yeah, Venus. So the Nomad is known as the Venus, even though it wasn't known as the Venus before it was made. So I don't know. I don't get it. It was actually, everything was named after the Saturn, because the Sega Saturn, I think maybe that was the prototype for the Sega Saturn name, and then they just kept the name. They're like, yeah, let's just call it Sega Saturn. And then all the prototypes were planets after that. But Nomad came out before the Saturn, so whatever. These 3 games, they are exclusive to, bam, a PlayStation 2. Yes, the PlayStation 2, awesome console. Still, I think it's still the highest selling console of all time, like numbers wise or something like that. Cool games. I actually wanted to play Gregory Horror Show the other day. I was thinking maybe I should stream it, but then I looked and it's sealed. My copy is sealed and I don't want to open it. But actually what I'll do is I can get a copy of it and play the copy so I don't have to open my sealed one, even though I don't think it's worth much. But yeah, it's a cool game. Bam. Question number 6. We're almost at the end here, everyone. So this is the one I might get in trouble for. Which one involves fighting aliens? It was Echo the Dolphin. You get 1 point for Echo the Dolphin. So I tried to trick people with this question, but maybe it wasn't worth the effort, because you see, Silent Hill is the one where you have an ending where it turns out aliens were behind the whole thing, but that's not the canonical ending. Destroy All Humans, you are the alien fighting humans. Now, people could argue, they could argue the point that to an alien from another planet, we are the aliens, to be honest, but no. Yeah, well, this is the first game, not the second one. You are the alien. It doesn't turn out that you're fighting aliens. And then in Dante's Inferno, that's got nothing to do with aliens. Demons are aliens. No, they're not. So is that all right? Is everyone okay with that? Still got it right. Echo lore. Yeah, man, Echo. It turns out it was aliens the whole time. Fighting flipping aliens. That scary whirlwind thing that sucks in most life at the beginning of the game. Yeah, okay, so several people said Echo. I don't think anyone's too pissed off with me, right? If you put destroy all aliens, I mean destroy all humans, I mean you're the alien, right? You get it? Get it? I'm not wrong, right? Okay, let's move on. Question number 7. Which one of these games is Castlevania, Super Castlevania 4, which, by the way, was unsurprisingly the Super Nintendo one? It was actually A. A was Super Castlevania. Yeah, you know what? I probably used cheats as well. It's quite a long game, to be honest. I don't think I completed it legitimately. I have to be honest. Well, I mean, there's a code system in it, right? I think you can like put codes in it and stuff. And finally, question number 8, which one of these groups is not represented? There's no characters in the game from the X-Men. The flippin' X-Men. The X-Men weren't in Infinite. I mean, X-Men is literally how this series started. Some people would argue Marvel vs. Capcom started with Marvel vs. Capcom, or at least, well, no. Well, the thing is, the game series, they call that series MVC, but the series started before that with X-Men Children of the Atom, and then even more later on, there was X-Men versus Street Fighter. So, like, taking out X-Men was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because no Wolverine, yeah, exactly. I mean, Wolverine is in all of them, apart from that one. I think he is anyway. He's at the very least, he's in the first one. He's in X-Men Children of the Atom. Okay, everyone. That is the end. That is the end of the quiz. So, mark up your scores. Don't forget to get the Wipeout round, score that up correctly. Figure out how much you got. I don't know how many, it's like out of 44 or 34 or something like that. I can't remember how many questions there were, and including the bonus points and the Wipeout round. Maybe 40 something. But yeah, how many points did you get? Thing is, to be honest, I'm really interested. So I want people to, you don't have to, but I want you to put how many points you got in the chat. And also, sorry, I should point out to some people that there are a couple of people in this chat that did tell me beforehand that they were going to work in teams. They were going to go online and wipe out fuck. Some of you might be in teams, so you know those teams would have got more points, and no one knows who's in what team. And also, of course, people could just lie and write any score, but a lot of you know each other, so you're probably going to be nice and honest. Right, so Atlas got 23. 23 is not that bad. Joe, did you? Oh, you weren't working with Atlas. You got 24. You got 1 more point than Atlas. Oh my god, that's funny. Is that a team? You got 20 points, Jesse. That's cool. That's good. Not bad. Fuck you. Pokefan got 15. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, it's pretty. Actually, it's good for. You're probably playing on your own, aren't you? Yaz got 21. Yaz, are you in a team? Are you with? Did Paul manage to play? No, he did all right. Justin, you got 10. Did you get 10? Actually, you know what? Can you? Sorry, if anyone's sticking around for a little bit longer, can you also tell me if you got the Wipeout round correct? Did you get 10 points in the Wipeout round? I'm kind of interested. I always wonder if people really hate the Wipeout round, but when I've asked people in person, they're like, "No, the Wipeout round is great." You're so good at games. You knew it was 99, but you didn't commit. But you didn't get wiped out though, right? So that's good. You, Tom and Paul, 21 is pretty good. Justin, you got 5 out of 5 for Answer Smash. Well done. Some of those things were old, man. I mean, I was thinking, anyone younger playing this quiz might not know what birds of a feather is. It's like, what the hell is birds of a feather? I mean, I barely remember it. I must have been like 5. Atlas, you got 4 out of 5 in the Wipeout run. I mean, that's great. That's really good. I mean, that's just like not taking any risks and just going for the solid score. Oh, wait, sorry, you got one wrong. Oh, no. Oh, no, sorry to hear that, man. did take risks. Oh, jeez. You won? Did you still win even without with getting wiped out? Is that what you're saying? I lost track. 23. What do you mean we? What, are you playing in a team as well? I'm getting lost. I thought Joe wasn't in your team. He got 24, so you didn't win. He got one more than you. DuckTales of the Unexpected. Tales from the Crypt, yeah. DuckTales of the Unexpected. That's great. It's just unexpected. Joe won. Oh, he's on your team. So how come you said 23 and he said 24? Yeah, he's just looking up. Well, no, but if he was cheating, he'd get every point right. Surely, I guess he doesn't have to. He could go to Google and just like search for a few and just get those ones right. Sonic and Knuckles, yeah. You know what? To be honest, I think I might have. Actually, no. I think I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles music like 4 or 5 years ago. Do you remember when in the Broadway? I've done a few of the Broadway quizzes, and a few of those were with you, some of you lot, when we were a team doing the quiz, and we did one round each when Andy wasn't doing it for a month or two, right? And I think I did the music round. It might have been the first time I ever did it. And I did the music round, and I think I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles music for that, because I love the music from that game. And I remember Dylan's team being pissed off with me. Dylan was pissed off because he was like, oh, you're playing all this music, like, even if it's from games that are like not only obscure games, but I was playing music that's not the main. This is before I kind of got better at writing quizzes, so I was playing the music. I mean, I still play music that I like from the games, but I think I played the track from the credit sequence or something, or the ending from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So not, you know, it's not the music that you hear every time you boot up the game, like the title screen or the first level. I was playing obscure music. So I played some more, you know, more obvious music this time. Sonic and Knuckles, one of those clips I played was the Knuckles theme tune. So when, you know, when he turns up on the screen. 3 of us on Team Atlas, but I knew nothing. So Sonic and Knuckles was driving you nuts. Oh, you should have known. It's Sonic, man. It's Knuckles. Everyone knows Knuckles. It's just a meme now, right? You played it to death. Not to death enough. You need to double die playing the game. Death, and then play it to death and then keep playing after being dead. Oh, you went Mario Brothers 3. Is what? Wait a minute. The thing is, I wanted to make sure people didn't get like put 1 or 3. I thought Mario Brothers 2 was the only one that you can play 4 characters in. Can you pick 4 characters in Mario 3 as well? Mario 3 is actually, even though it's kind of, looking back, the most popular one, it's the one I played the least. I actually played the one the least. It came out really late in the UK. I think I'd already got rid of my NES by then. But yeah, I thought you could only play 2 people. Put 4. Yeah, I think you can only play as 2 characters in Mario 3. Right. Well, everyone, thanks so much for coming to the quiz. Again, it's been online. I'm kind of getting used to it now. I still prefer doing it offline, but you know, I've done it quite a few times online. I keep telling myself I should stream in between quizzes as well, play games, do other stuff, but I just don't, especially the past 2 months. Last time I streamed was the last quiz a month ago. Oh, cheers, Atlas. Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for coming and play the quiz. I actually was really happy with this one. When I finished writing it, I spent loads of time writing it, and I was like, I'm quite pleased with these questions. They're pretty interesting questions. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, everyone. If you want to come along to the quiz next month, feel free. It's going to be... Yeah, it's still the first Thursday of every month. I can't remember what date that is in February, but I'll be here again next February. I mean, this February. And I pretty much, you know, I don't think Dice Cup and the quiz will be back next month. We're going to be still in lockdown, right? So the quiz will be online again next month. Also, by the way, I just suddenly came up with this. If any of you have any ideas or complaints or anything you don't like about the quiz, or any cool ideas for new questions or rounds or themes, just private message me with that if you want. Sound on, what does that mean? Stream the video. Play the video, Ollie. What are you talking about? No, isn't that like a faux pas? People don't stream videos. Quizmaster sucks. People don't put videos on that people have set up. I'll do it because it's you. I watch stream Twitch drama alert or whatever it's called. I've seen people play videos and then suddenly a dick appears on the screen and they get banned. But I will play it, okay? I will play it. You know, everyone's already seen it, probably.
What is going
You know what? Before I play this, I just realized I didn't unmute the background music. So yeah, is this video? But that doesn't matter now.
going on, guys? It's the Flying Dutchman here, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys the best way to sex pigeons. Now, there's multiple ways to do this, okay?
What is this, Joe, man?
And my best way, I know several ways, and I could tell you a couple, and I'll do a video on how to do the other one another day.
What is this, man?
But this video is going to be the most simple. I've made a video on it before, but I've got some more subscribers, and I've got a couple questions from guys on how to sex pigeons. Now, the best way to do this, okay, for beginners.
It's 10 minutes long, dude. I'll watch it later. But is it about breeding pigeons or something? I don't like how it looks already. I mean, I'm sure it's not cruel because it's on YouTube, but and Pokemon's telling me to stop. I agree with it. I'm gonna stop. Watch at 2 speed. Anyway, yeah, everyone wants to go now anyway, but so I will say farewell to everyone. Thank you everyone for coming to the quiz. I'm sorry I didn't end it. You're probably thinking, please just end the flipping stream. Thanks for coming. Come back next month if you can. Blah blah blah. I'm completely blanking on the things I should be saying. It'll be at 7 p.m. probably again next month. So thank you everyone. Goodbye. Have a good night. Sleep well. And you all did pretty damn good in the quiz. So I'm really glad you came. Bye.